welcome to episode 18 of The Power of Now. Today we're talking about meme coins again. There's a lot going on in this market. I want to welcome Cryptic Mang back on the podcast.
Thank you, dude.
And we've been doing a lot with these digital currencies, and I really dove in deep, and I've been trying to, they call it working for your bags.
Oh, you've been in the trenches, dog.
So what happens is, when you buy a coin, you become like a part of a community. You join the Telegram group, and constantly there's people talking in there about the coin and different things that are going on in the market. And the most important thing is spreading the word about the community to other people on crypto Twitter or however you can, like if it's in real life with people that you know, friends, family, if you're on TikTok, YouTube, however you can do it. So, we saw Chill Guy went crazy. And that was through TikTok. People started going viral on TikTok talking about meme coins, and they started sending these things crazy. So I started thinking, let me start going on my TikTok and talking about the coins that I'm involved with. I'm already on there anyway. And so I made a little video about noooo. And all of a sudden I got like 5 comments about Rizzmas. And it was like within a very short period of time I had put this video out. I'm like, fuck it, let me look at this chart. It's low, very low market cap. I'm like, I'm not going to throw that much at it.
I think you sent it to me at 320K maybe.
Yeah, and I was already in, like, I already like saw, I put in like 0.7 SOL, like just, I had it laying around. I was like, fuck it, I'll just throw it there. I had to leave a little bit.
Call that $150.
Yeah, call it $150, right? And it started going up right away. So I sent it to you. I sent it to a few other people. I think I posted it on my Instagram story, and it just started going. And like that night, it was already up significantly. I was like, fuck, should I sell this? What should I do? Because I was up a significant amount of money already. And I think I took out like a little bit at that point. I don't even know how much. I think it might have been like just enough to cover what I already put in. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep. I woke up and the market cap went from around 300,000 to well over $1 million. It might have already been up to 2 million by the time I woke up. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is insane. And
yeah, 3 million, that's a 10x already.
Yeah, it was more than 5x when I woke up. I know that much. So, all the people that I was telling about it, a guy that I know on Instagram that we used to buy the same NFTs together, everybody was all blowing up my phone like, yo, this Rizzmas coin is going, like it's going to keep going. I think I actually bought back in a little bit more when it dipped a little bit, because I was like, I didn't even want to like take out my profit at that point when I saw how it was going. And then at that point it went from 3 million within 4 days. It was up to it was over 20 million when I woke up a few days later. And my wallet was like up a lot. And I don't even know exactly how much. I just know I started pulling out small amounts of profit because, I've seen a lot of these meme coins. They go for a little bit and then, they pull back. I didn't want to be like left holding the bag. So I started taking out, 1 SOL here, 1.5 SOL there, 2 SOL there. And Solana was at around $230. So you're talking, I was taking out a few $100s to a couple $1,000 or $1,500 at a time. By the time everything was said and done, Rizzmas hit 85 million market cap. I had pulled out about 6,500 in profit on a $150 investment, and I left the rest of my position in there. I still have about half of my total position, and it dipped all the way down to, I think it's at like 10 million.
10 million now, yeah.
So, even what I still have left in there, it's worth about $500. It's still worth, well more than I even invested into it. I'm just leaving it there because, the reason why Rizzmas dropped the way it did, all these KOLs started putting negative reports out about it, which actually weren't even real. They were saying that there was 40 wallets that were connected. That those turned out to be liquidity pools from Jupiter. So if you don't know all the technical shit, just know that basically it was all bullshit. They crashed the value of the coin, and I still think it could come back up. I don't know if it's going to, but it doesn't matter because I already made my money.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, in terms of your portfolio, that's probably like a 60% return, right? What was your 6,500 on whatever you're
on $150. So like,
but like your portfolio was worth what? Like, what was your wallet worth?
Oh, bro, my wallet was worth like maybe
before you started, like $9,000, $10,000.
So here's the thing: it's fluctuated between like $9,000 down to like $5,000. I think when everything was said and done, yeah, my wallet's probably worth 60% more than it was just on that one deal.
On risking $150.
Right. Nothing.
And that's
really.
how you do it, though.
Yeah.
People get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
They start throwing their whole wallet at these things, and that's what happens.
And by the way, I've done these $150 risks on like 10 different coins, and most of them ended up not doing anything. So it's not like I just did this one time and it went perfectly. Like, no, like I'll try this out. If I lose half my money on $150, fuck it, I'll take it back out, fucking try something else. And all you need is one to really work out. And now you have all this money to fucking play with. Now I could fucking find, 5 or 10 different opportunities to throw money out. One more of those fucking works out. I make another $6,500 and I keep that rolling.
And what are you doing? So what do you do with that $6,500 that you made?
So listen, what I did was my whole wallet started from me putting in like $100
every week
or $200 every week. At some point I took out, when I had put in a total of like 4,500, I took out like $2,000 and just put it back into my checking account. And I just took out another 1,500. So right now I'm really working with like none of my own money. Like everything in my Phantom wallet right now is free money that I made on Memecoins. So I have, I don't know, I probably still have like 12 grand in my wallet right now. And that's all free money that I made in the last 14 weeks or so of just trading these Memecoins.
Yeah, and then what a lot of people do is you take that money and you put it back into your conviction positions. Yeah. And that's
exactly what I've been doing. So the coins that I have that right now, I'm just buying dips. Like every so often, if something that I have been holding long term and I'm still continuing to hold, if I see if I see it dips like 5%, 10%, I'll just throw a little bit more at it and just keep increasing my position.
No, so I've seen this about 4 times now because I've been here since January, where I like to call it, it's like new money comes in. And I think this is going to continue to happen. So when new money comes in, all like the majors, they dip. Everyone chases it for 2 to 6 weeks. Most of those charts end up looking like Christmas trees.
Right.
Because a lot of them don't have any community behind them. And then what's left when the dust settles, all that money goes back into the majors. And I've been thinking about it a lot because it's real weird to see these big coins pull back 60%. It's like, as a traditional finance guy, it's something you would never see. But that's because the traditional finance market is built on companies, right? So if you have bad earnings, you'll see like a 10, 20, maybe crazy 30% pullback. That would be a bad one. But if you ever saw a 70% pullback in a stock, it would mean that something is fundamentally flawed with the business, right? So it would go to zero.
Right.
You would never see like a big stock, a big company have multiple 70% pullbacks because a 70% pullback happens when something's very bad. Like you would see that a lot in these biotech stocks where they have no product yet. They raised a bunch of money. They get into like stage 3 of FDA approval and they don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Yeah.
Down 80%, never comes back. If
Done.
it does, it would be 3 years later after they try to raise the money again.
Right.
So it's hard to explain to the normal person, like these prices are going to fluctuate. But I think what it is so like the market efficiency hypothesis, right? Like the market always finds the value. I think because meme coins aren't businesses, they're built on communities. The only way to prove a community is real is pullbacks, right? If the chart just goes up, you have no idea how good your community is.
Yeah.
The only way you know how good the community is on the pullback.
Right.
So when a coin pulls back 70%, the people that are left are the holders, the guys with conviction. And they enter again, they buy again. Other people come in from the sideline. But that's the only way for the market to prove that it's a real community, is these price pullbacks. Like you've seen it with, you could look at every single of these big coins, all of them have these huge pullbacks. And they don't make any sense when you're, like when you're outside of this, like trying to explain to someone, like with Popcat, Giga, all of them, they have these huge pullbacks. It'll be fine though. Like, what do you mean huge pullbacks? But that is, I believe, a function of this market. It's the only way for it to prove a real community.
Right.
And the big ones always come, the real communities always bounce back.
Yeah.
Always.
I think it was Adam Back said Bitcoin has pullbacks to make cheaper entry points for stronger hands.
Yep.
And basically, like, that makes a lot of sense because, a lot of people, and it's even hard now. Like, I have coins that I have conviction about that I really believe in, and it's still tough when I wake up and see them go from like 3 million market cap or 6 million market cap to 3 million market cap. I'm still like, fuck, like this sucks. But overall, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm invested in this. I believe in this. So I'm not going anywhere, like I'm going to see this through because, like you said, I believe that people that are going to hold it now that they see the potential of the coin and they're like, all right, the new lows are higher than the old lows.
Yep.
So if the old, floor was, let's say, 1 million, and then it goes up to 5 million, then goes back to 2, and then it goes to 7, and then goes down to 3. That means that you're building more stronger holders over time.
Absolutely.
And the people that hold that floor there, those are the people you want in your community. Because then let's say it goes to 10 and comes back down to 5 and it stays at 5. That means you have that many more holders that are going to continue holding the coin.
And you watch, that's how it works. That's how they move. And I think for as it continues to grow, because it has, right? When I started in January, it was like 3 to 5 billion was the total market cap. At one point, a couple of weeks ago, it hit 20 billion on $10 billion of daily volume. Yeah. Like, it's coming here. I think a lot of people were sidelined for the election. They wanted to see who won, right? Because this administration's anti-crypto. The Trump administration is pro-crypto. Mm-hmm. So I think that was a big thing. A lot of people don't understand like how anti-crypto this administration is.
Yeah.
Like, back when Silicon Valley Bank and First Republic and Silvergate, all those banks, went out of business, that was not because they were insolvent. Those were the 3 of the biggest banks that lended to these like platforms like Celsius. They were the ones that were middlemaning the digital dollars, the USDC. So our government thought, let's choke it out from the top. And it worked. Every FTX went out of so many of these companies went out of business.
Yeah.
And they thought they were saving the dollar by doing that. False. Didn't work. So this administration has a total opposite view, which I agree with. And that is that you turn America into the pro-crypto capital of the world, because the crypto industry is worth like 3.2 trillion, call it.
Yeah.
Almost none of that money comes back into the American economy because the tax laws don't make, like, there's no one knows what happens. They send it back in, are they going to take the whole thing?
Yeah.
So that crypto market just stays out of the economy. What Trump wants to do, this administration wants to do, is he's talking about tax-free, right? Now that's awesome. That's brilliant, because what that'll do, now that money will flow back into the economy, stimulate the economy without printing dollars.
Yeah, people will come here to trade crypto. And
the people that trade crypto here will start to offboard back into into US dollars, back into their bank account, because like the OG crypto guys don't, and so think about that. That's how you stimulate the economy without printing dollars.
Right.
So I think that's why you've seen this rush into crypto this last couple of months, and they're not even in office yet.
Yeah.
So I think this is VCs, big banks. This TikTok meta was, TikTok started to find out about memecoins.
Right.
But once he, I think it's January 20th inauguration. Once he gets in and like actually starts changing legislation, you're going to see a rush in again. Look at Coinbase. Coinbase is listing Solana meme coins. Robinhood. I think Robinhood will be a huge player in this. They were a huge player last cycle with Doge.
Right.
A large portion of Doge's volume came from Robinhood.
Right.
And
Well, a lot of people, when I start telling them about meme coins, like, can I buy them on Robinhood? That's one of the first questions they'll ask me. Or they'll say, can I buy it on Coinbase? The toughest thing right now onboarding people into it is getting them first to get a Phantom wallet and then explaining how to swap Solana for a lot of these meme coins. You know, just explain it. Once they know how to do it, then it's the easiest thing in the world to be like, yo, like, this is a good pick. Like, you know, get this coin. And then once people are buying it, then they're invested. So they'll spend the time to start learning and looking at charts and figuring it all out, figuring out how to know which memes are going to go and which ones aren't. And sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to it. That's why, you know, we were talking about how a lot of it's a gamble, but at the same time, you really don't know till the community is tested. So
it's the only way.
And it's kind of like when you buy like an IPO. Like an IPO, you don't have a track record for the business, but the potential return is a lot bigger because you're getting it for a discount because there is no track record. I feel the same way with these memes. It's like you could either buy the ones that have a track record that you're pretty sure they're going to do good, but you're going to be buying them for a lot more money. And so it's going to take you more time to make back money, and your returns might not be as big. Even if you get, it's the difference between getting like 1,000x or 100x. You could buy something that's safer. It's going to have less of a return over more time, or you could buy something that's more of a risk and potentially get a bigger payout.
Yeah. And that's kind of like, a majority of the meme coin market is that casino. They chase the next thing, they chase the next meta. Everyone that I know in this market that's made real money builds conviction bags. They play with a tiny 1% of their portfolio to do that stuff. But the money is for sure made in building a position just because of how early it is.
Right.
And there's apps like Moonshot. That's where, once you see Moonshot in the top 5 downloaded apps on Google and stuff, that's when you know that's a great app that makes it super easy. I don't know if you ever used it. That's
no.
Moonshot's a really cool one. I would say most normies use that. That's the app to get them on. Because like you said, the Coinbase is difficult.
Yeah.
And if you try, you know, you tell them you could buy Solana on Phantom. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work. They freeze your card. You know? So Coinbase is the most effective way to do it in the sense of it's a centralized exchange that it's a publicly traded company. Like that money's not going anywhere. But the Phantom wallet, the self-custody aspect of the Phantom wallet, I like.
Yeah.
You know, I like that part. But that's how you know we're early.
Right.
We're early. You got here before Coinbase even listed a meme coin.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Last cycle, Coinbase was listing the stupidest shit.
Right.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be there again.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Yeah. And that's the only thing is like, you know, you don't know which one's going to get listed. Like I remember always like I remember when fucking Litecoin got listed on Coinbase and I already had some and I was like, holy shit.
Dude, it ran to like $180.
Yeah. Like that's when I was first buying these fucking altcoins, was like when Litecoin first became on Coinbase and a few others like that. But yeah, I mean, as far as right now, you know, we were talking about Giga a lot, and you know, I wanted to discuss that with you. Like what does Giga mean for like the meme coin community? So
Giga was the first coin that I bought that made me truly understand meme coins, right? Because as I was telling you last time, dude, I had WIF at 15 cents.
Right.
Sold 3/4 of it at 35 because I didn't get it. But I had that Popcat at 0.5 cent, held most of it till 40 cents. But I wasn't really paying attention. It wasn't like what I do now. Like I was trading options. I was doing my thing. I just didn't understand Twitter. So fast forward to March, like I 100x that money that I put in. I was like, this is, all right, I got to figure this out. Smokey had been telling me, Smokey Mahoney on X, I would follow him. That's the homie. But he was telling me, you got to buy Giga. It's my biggest bag. You got to buy it. I'm like, why? Like, why? What is it? He's like, the Giga Chad meme. That face? He's like, you know? I go, oh, yeah. He goes, get into the Telegram. You have to get on Twitter. You have to see this community. He's like, I think you'd really resonate with them. So I go in there. Because again, at that point, I 100x my money. But I didn't understand. I didn't get it. I go, all right, dog with a hat on, cat with its mouth open. what the fuck? You know,
Yeah.
I knew it was real. I knew it was liquid. I sold it. I had the money. So I knew the mechanics of it were real. I just didn't get it still. It just didn't make sense. I go into the Giga Telegram, it says do 30 push-ups, read the threads. Right away, I was like, all right, that's awesome. I love working out. Like, that's great. And I get in there, and I'm talking to these guys, and I realize, like, they're just onboarding normies at the gym.
Yeah.
And this isn't just a coin. Like, it's not just a meme coin. They're trying to build a meme company.
Right.
Now, this is back in March, man. You know, like, I don't even know what Giga was at. Less than 10 million, probably.
Yeah.
But they were all talking about it's going to 1,000 billion. Decentralized Nike, we're going to it, like, from the get-go, man.
Right.
And I was like, this is interesting. One, like, I could vibe with these dudes because I loathe most of crypto Twitter.
Right.
Just as general human beings. Like, they're just like, you see it.
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah.
So I
Weirdos
and like incels, I just didn't, that's not who I am, right?
Yeah.
And these guys are like all gym bros. They're all successful. Like, they're like regular guys. They all have, most of them have regular jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But what they were building was a meme company, right? So they were putting together a fitness line. They were putting together a supplement line. They had a LLC. They own the IP rights. The guy himself, Ernest, that Giga Chad meme is a real guy.
Yeah.
He's on board. They have, this is before they got some of these big guys like Mike the Titan O'Hearn, but that's what they were talking about. They had a game plan. These dudes were for real.
Yeah.
And how they explained it was, it's a meme company. Like, we're gonna generate revenue.
Right.
And that's when I was like, oh, what Memecoins is a monetized community.
Right.
Now I get it. And it was a lot easier for me to bring that. That's when I was like, I got to bring this to the union guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I got to do. So it was just a lot easier for me to bring that coin, right?
Yeah.
To a normal guy. Like, imagine me trying to pitch PopCat to a 40-year-old union guy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And that's when I was like, okay, meme coins, the ones that are going to last and grow are memes that regular people understand. You look at them, you don't have to explain it. Like, oh, I like that meme. I resonate with it.
Right.
And that's why Giga, like, to me, Giga it's not a meme coin, it's a meme company.
Right.
And those dudes, you go on Twitter, they are animals. They trench harder than any coin. Like, they have they built a real community.
Right.
Like, a real community. And they were getting FUD since March, dude. Crypto Twitter has hated that coin since March, when it was like, whatever, 20 million market cap. Now it's like 400 million market cap.
Right.
They've hated it then. They hate it now. And I think it's because they don't resonate with it.
Yeah, they don't resonate with it, and they don't like to see people succeeding at their own game.
Yeah, and like the coin itself, I think, is good too, because it's based all on like self-embetterment.
Right.
And like the other side of masculinity, not like the shit side. You know, it's like, be a better person every day. Like, they're in that Telegram, they're always like, go touch grass, who worked out today? Like, and I think that resonates more with our society now, right? That pendulum's kind of swung back that way.
Right.
Which is important because meme coins will be dominated by Gen Z.
Yeah.
And Gen Z is all about working out. You know, like, that pendulum came back.
Oh, yeah. Gen Z is all about, that's why, like, with the shit that RFK talks about, I feel like Gen Z loves him because they're all about, like, no seed oils, fucking.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's why I love Giga. I hold Giga. I'll hold Giga forever.
Yeah. What else are you holding big right now?
So it was really funny. 2 Sundays ago, Smokey calls me at 8 a.m.
Right.
So I'm like, what's up, dude? He goes, I think I found the next PopCat. I haven't felt this good about an entry since PopCat. Again, he gave me PopCat at half a cent. So I go, all right, what are you talking about? And he goes, it's this one-armed monkey from China called like XING or XING. I'm like, all right. He's like, I'm in the Telegram right now. There's 30 people in it. The dev is dumping all his coins. He's like, dude, I just watched this meme. I went on TikTok. He's like, I resonate with the meme. He's like, the story is great. The monkey has 17 million followers on TikTok. It lost its arm in a bear trap. It was abused in a circus. Escaped, came across like some Buddhist monastery, and this old Buddhist nun has been taking care of it for 15 years, and it just eats a ton of food, and there's a ton of content on it. And he's like, I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one. This team in here is the real deal. It's like, I think we should start bidding the floor here at 400K market cap, all of us. I go, okay. So he sends a text to the group, explains that to him. Dude, thing runs to 30 million.
Wow.
In 2 weeks. Wow. Pulls all the way back down to 5 million. But again, that is the nature of this market.
Right.
You have no idea how good your community is if you just run up 30x like that.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, how many coins are really just going to run up? Like, people are always going to take profits. So you always got to know, like, shit's going to fucking pull back. And as long as the community's strong and not everybody panic sells, you're going to be left with a, you know, you're going to find where there's support. And if that support holds, then you got a solid, you know, coin.
Dude, like Moodang. I watched Moodang run from 5 million to 40 million in 21 days.
Right.
Then for the following 26 days, it retraced 82%. And then it went on to run 191% to its highs. That pullback, I would argue, that's where those 26 days, that 80% pullback, that's where the community's built.
Right.
Few people understand that.
Right.
Because psychologically it makes no sense.
Right.
But that's why every coin does it.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
And but yeah, so I hold that one. I think it's hilarious. It's so memeable. That's another thing.
Right.
The coin has to be memeable. You have to be able to make memes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And they got to be funny. And like, dude, the memes are funny. The community, a CTO is almost always a positive catalyst. I've found in my experience.
Yeah.
Because they got, you know, like the dev dumped on them already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that CTO usually, Giga was a CTO.
Right.
That usually proves like you have something here. Like that's a good first catalyst. Like, all right, the community took it over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They cared about it enough to not just sell their bags. They wanted to bring it back.
Yeah. Like I think that's a big deal. And then with China basically opening up the crypto floodgates, that'll be huge. Like it's funny when you get into a coin like that, because then they got like a Chinese telegram too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. But yeah, that's the other position. And of course, I love going into the inauguration. Yeah. We're probably going to go there.
Absolutely.
Like 5 or 6 of us are going to go down there.
You guys love doing the in real life shit.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think that's the retail client that's coming. Mm-hmm. You know, like back when we talked, what was that, June? No one knew what the fuck a meme coin was.
Yeah.
You texted me last week, dude. I'm in an office full of 60 people. They're all talking about meme coins.
Everybody's talking. And bro, I'm talking guys in their 50s and 60s.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen, though. Right?
And not only that, first it was all the young guys talking about it, then the old guys started asking me, and now I got a few different guys that are between 50 and 60 years old that are like, yo, Monday, you got to show me how to set this up so I can start buying memes.
Now, that's a market, right? Like the 50 to 60-year-old that CT doesn't believe exists.
Yeah.
And it 100% exists,
right?
Like 100%. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, again, because I hate crypto Twitter, I onboard normies. That's like what I do.
Right.
But that's just what I do.
Yeah.
So it's coming. It's not even here yet, dude. You know, because he's not in office yet.
And that's what I love about being so early is like I still have so much more time to just keep on building my position because, you know, let's say right now I got 10 grand in my wallet. Let's say I can get another 10 grand in there. From 20,000, you just 10x, you're at 200K. You do that a few times and you're at $1 million.
And like these, like I was saying, like I call them majors. Like those are the coins that when you hit like you did, you put them in there. You know, those are like the blue chips.
Right.
Because most of them aren't even listed yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like wait until you could buy those coins. Robinhood will most likely dominate this because they master the art of the best user interface. That's all it is,
If you're
man.
in a coin early and it makes it to like Robinhood and Coinbase
or Binance,
you're going to make a lot of fucking money.
Dude, when coins get listed on Binance, they 50x.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, usually, retail is not here for any of this part.
Mm-hmm.
Retail's buying when they get listed and they hear about it.
Yep.
Up there, 50x higher.
Yep.
This money is always made.
And the great thing about that, think about if you buy a coin and the market cap is like $1 million. Now, by the time it gets to 50 million, you're up 50x your money. But people that are just getting in, that's their floor. So they're not selling for under 50. They want it to go to 100 before they even think about selling. You know,
Yeah.
So that's what I like about when those listings come and you're already in from the ground floor. It's like, oh, new listing. People are just finding out about this, and the market cap's already 50 or 100 times from when I got in.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's the fundamental difference between this cycle and last cycle. Last cycle happened exactly how it was supposed to. The big banks and big tech moved together. What was all of last cycle? Altcoins. Who made those altcoins? VCs. Every guy you know, well, it's funny because now they're all talking shit. All those guys were down 60, 80% on Cardano, XRP. No one I knew made any money last cycle. They all lost money.
Dude, I was at the bank the other day, and this security guard literally was like, I'd be shocked if he graduated high school. He like saw my Make America Healthy Again hat. He's like, hey man, do you buy meme coins? And I'm like, yeah, how do you know? He's like, oh, because I figured with your hat. He was like, yeah, but I'm really sticking to XRP and Cardano because there's utility and the banks are going to use the technology. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of that.
You got to think, XRP hit what, like $3?
Yeah.
So there's people that have been holding that whole time. What do you think happens when it hits $3? Those guys are going to
get their fucking money
3
back.
years later.
Yeah.
And that's, people tell me they buy that shit all the time. I go, good for you. Like, I hope it works out. So if it goes to $5, $10, that's great.
Yeah.
Like,
some of these people are delusional, bro. They think it's going to $1,000.
I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I haven't had a person be able to explain to me in a clear fashion
Why do you need XRP to make it like they're like, oh, it's for digital currency transfers? Like, bro, I got Zelle in my phone right now. I got Apple Pay. I got Cash App. What do you need XRP for? What is that going to do for your fucking digital?
Like even XRP, right? Like it's the banks and the VCs that got in at that low market cap.
Yeah.
No regular person. This cycle, because it's meme coins, it's people it's people building them. So you have a chance as a retail investor to get in at those prices that usually is just VCs. That is the fundamental difference. That's why, like last cycle, I didn't know anyone that made millions of dollars. This cycle, I know dozens.
Right.
I know dozens of people that turned 10 grand into millions.
Yeah.
That didn't happen last cycle.
Yep.
That is the fundamental difference, dude.
Yeah. So, we talked about Giga. We talked about the macro a little bit with the whole community. We talked about XING.
XING, however you say it.
No. Is there anything else we got to touch on before we wrap up?
No, I guess I would. No, I don't think so. That was good, man.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is get on Twitter, join some Telegram groups, find the community that you resonate with, find the meme and the community that you resonate with, find a community that's active, and put $100 towards it. Find a few and you put $100 in, and if the community's strong, you're gonna make money and you're gonna start to get it. Like it took me weeks to understand this, and like now that I get it. I'm in deeper than I've ever been, and I'm just like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna turn this into $1 million. I'm gonna turn that into 10 million, and every step of the way, we're gonna do these occasionally. I think.
Absolutely,
just to keep the content out there, keep people updated on what's going on with meme coins, and plug your Twitter.
Yeah, so my Twitter is cryptic_Mang, and I'm one of the team leads for No Meme. That's N with 4 O's. And man, I appreciate the time, Rich.
Awesome, bro. Yeah, I'm going to put the link in the description. I'll put the Telegram group for No. I'll put the Telegram for all the coins that we talked about. I'll put all the Twitters on there, the deck screeners. I'll put everything that you need to look at if you're interested in these things. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching.